Hey everyone, and welcome to Tough Steel Productions. I used to work back in the cable and the phone industry back in the day, and I have a problem right now where my antenna does not reach the window. I'm about 20 feet away from the window, so I need to extend it. Unfortunately, the cable on the antenna is only like 6 feet long, so I need to go at least another 15 feet. So I'm going to show you guys how to actually crimp a fitting on to a quad shield cable. So as you can see right here, I got a quad shield cable. I've already done one end, so that's basically what your fitting is going to look like right there, with a little bit of the stinger just sticking right past it, okay? So I'm going to show you guys how to do this. What you're going to need, I'm going to use a barrel to just be able to connect the cables together to my antenna and also back to my TV. So we've got a barrel, got a fitting right here, so this is a quad shield fitting. And then you're going to need some side cuts. This is just mainly to cut the cable and also the stinger. So if you make the stinger actually too long, you can actually clip this end off if you need to. So we got the crimper tool right here. And we also have a stripper tool, which this basically takes the sheathing off of the cable. So like I said, I'm dealing with quad shield cable. So here we go. This is the end that we're going to put the fitting on. And we'll show you guys how to do that. So basically you take your stripper tool, and what we're going to do is just put the tool, you'll see an arrow right there, and basically you don't want the stripper tool, the cable, to come too far past the stripper tool that you see there. So all you're going to do is give it some turns until you basically can't hear any crunching anymore. That's the best way I could tell you guys how to do that. And then you're going to just take your thumb. This is what I like to do, is take my thumb right there, and you're just going to pull on the cable, okay? So as you can see, I got the remnants of the sheathing right there. Basically, they're just going to fall out. So there's the remnants. And now we have to deal with the stinger and, of course, all the sheathing and the braiding around the actual dielectric right there. So what we're going to do, there's a thin piece of foil, but we want to take all this braiding and kind of peel it back, and also one layer of that foil. That's why they call it quad shield. So once I get this done, I'm going to show you guys what this looks like. All right, so as you can see, we got that one layer of the foil there, and then of course your braiding is also peeled down. You want to try and make sure you get enough of that braiding and the foil down as much as possible. So next we're going to take our fitting that you see right here. What I like to do is I like to put the sleeve on, and that's kind of what it looks like right there. So once you get the sleeve past the foil and your braiding, then you're just going to twist this and snap it right off. You probably heard the little snap there. So then you're going to take right where you see the center hole, you're going to feed the stinger and just the dielectric, and it's going to kind of look like, see if I can get a good picture there, kind of look like that. So just the stinger and the dielectric only. Don't force it, it'll go on its own. And then basically here's where you're going to have to press, okay? So we're going to take this firmly. What I'm looking at is that dielectric, okay? So when you see that dielectric, it's kind of hard to see with the lighting, but you can see I have a little bit of a gap still. So you want that dielectric and the stinger to be up a little farther. That dielectric should be flush with the bottom of your cable. So, excuse me, we got an ambulance or fire truck driving by. So as you can see, it's pretty flush there with the bottom part of the actual fitting itself. So now we're going to take the bottom cap, okay, that you see right there, and now we're going to take our crimper tool, and we're going to slide that onto the fitting. It only goes really one certain way. And then what this is going to do is this is going to press the bottom up to the actual fitting. You probably heard a snap right there, okay? So that's it. And now you got a perfectly good piece of cable with the proper fittings on there. So these are meant to not allow any type of frequencies to come in and bleed through, whatever the case may be. Like I said, if you need to, if the stinger's too long, when you're first trying this out, you can cut back the stinger. What I like to do is just take your side cuts, just sit it right on top of the fitting right there, and then just snap, okay? But I like to leave my stingers a little bit long, a little bit past that, especially since I have a longer barrel. This is an elongated barrel to actually go into, so we want to make sure we have a proper connection there. So, but thanks guys for tuning in. That's how you make a piece of quad shield cable with a fitting on it. You guys take care. Stay tough.